Question for you, Jake. How important was it for you guys just to kind of carry over that momentum from the game in Mizzou?
I would say very important. It was one of Coach Underwood's main emphasis was to keep stacking, keep building games. And I think we did a pretty good job of it. Beat Mizzou by a lot, came in here to handle business. Hopefully keep doing the same thing at the start of Big Ten play.
Good now? Yeah.
Jake, you came out and were hot tonight. I mean, what was different about today? I mean, what were you feeling out there?
I mean, I would say nothing. It was another day for me, you know what I mean? Just so happened shots went in today. Can't complain. It always feels great. But I think the main thing is, we came in here won. Yeah.
David, I know Brad's kind of pushed you and challenged you to grow throughout your first year here. What have you made of that, and how do you feel like you have grown?
I think that he just wants me to be great and push me out of my comfort zone and push me to my limits, and that's what he does. I understand that he wants to fight with my mental state, and I was just pushing in the practice, going hard as I could, and I just think that he wants me to be great, and that's his way to do it, and that's it.
For David and for Jake, both you guys, in a game like this, kind of a tune-up before the conference season starts up again, what was the main focus of what the coaching staff wanted you guys to accomplish from this game?
I think that he wanted us to improve on the defensive way. As he said, we are the second best team in the country in offense, and I think the defense is the most important, to talk as much as we can, and that's it.
Speaking of the defense, what have you done to get better at the communication and all those things? And you've really been obviously much better those last two games defensively.
Yeah, I think it was just a big emphasis on communication. I can tell you as a player, at the Missouri game, being out there, everybody was talking the whole game. It was a lot more loud as a team, and I think that translates to better defense. If you're talking to everybody, me and him are talking, we know what we're doing. It's easier to guard people and stop teams from doing what they're trying to do.
Jake, in your role where you maybe don't get a ton of looks, how do you stay ready for those moments when you're called upon to hit a big three, maybe cold and you haven't shot one yet?
Yeah, I think it's kind of just the things that Brad says. A big thing for him is everyday guys. So I think for me, it's that mentality is just come in, do my job every day. Don't ask for anything, don't look for anything, and just keep doing what I'm supposed to do. What's supposed to happen is going to happen. So just keep doing what I need to do.
Both of you guys were in double figures tonight. Just what was clicking you guys think so offensively for you?
Can you repeat, please?
Yeah, you guys were both in double figures today. Just want to get your thoughts on just kind of what was clicking for you guys today.
You can ask him all the time on practices. We just click. It's the thing we do since for 5 months, and does that. We clicked since the first moment I came here, and we did that every day. We do that every day on a practice.
Love me?
Hey, bro, please, lock in.
This is for either of you guys. I mean, as you took the break from Big Ten play, now getting back to that in the new year, is this a different team than back then? I mean, how has this team grown since those last two games in Big Ten?
I think it's the same team, obviously, but I think as a team, we've changed our mindset kind of, and I think it was brought on by the coaching staff. And I guess you could say we're a different team, but I think we have a new intensity about us and a new want to, which I think is going to carry us through Big Ten play, and hopefully we're going to win another Big Ten title. So.
Good, solid Christmas break win against a good basketball team. I would be shocked if they are not in the NCAA tournament. That team is very, very well coached, very, very impressive on the defensive side, what they do. They're very strong. They have 7 guys back, very connected, very physically strong, which I was extremely impressed with. But I thought our guys did a nice job. Nobody took more than 9 shots. Every starter had 2 offensive rebounds, 22 assists, 30 field goals. I thought once we got out of the first 6 minutes where we over dribbled and pounded the ball and started moving it, I thought we were really good. I thought Jake had a lot to do with that. Jake just is a great connector. He creates advantage just with his screening and his blurs, and then he creates tremendous space with his shooting. And so my hat's off to him. Thought we got really, really solid play from the Twins. You start looking at those lines, and you're 4 or 5 threes, and the 8 attempts, and they spread it, and the 7 blocks, and I thought Merck was really good in both halves, and just a solid, nice day, nice balance, and did what we had to do against a nice team.
You spoke about Jake, and I just wanted to get your thoughts just on just like that everyday guy's mentality and just how he always stays ready. Yeah, Jake's a really good player, and he's gaining confidence in other aspects of his game other than shooting, and he does everything that we ask him to do. He's a sneaky good rebounder. He's got great hands. He's got really quick hands. He's got very good anticipation. And for a guy who doesn't have world-class foot speed, he finds a way to become a pretty effective defender because of his anticipation and his grit and toughness.
Brad, you guys were hitting threes again. Since you came back from New York, you're shooting like 41% from 3 or something like that. Previous to that, you're shooting around 30% from 3. What's been the biggest change?
I don't know. Maybe it's my prayers. I don't know. It's just playing efficient. I think I think again practice time, and I keep going back to it. I think we're just finding a connectivity. I think we're finding a chemistry. I think we know where opportunities are coming from. Again, I think it's it's in a lot of cases it's the right guy shooting them. And they're shooting open ones. I think we've tried to really eliminate bad threes at bad times on the clock, and I think we're just taking nice rhythm threes, and it's a tribute to Tyler and what we're doing offensively, and these guys for really developing some nice chemistry.
You said coming in you wanted to build off the defensive performance against Missouri. Do you feel like you guys did that in this game?
And yes and no. I thought our connectivity was really good. I thought our talk was very good. I thought our ability to protect the rim was pretty good. I'm disappointed in the 13 offensive rebounds that they had. Again, some of that becomes the situation of the game. But I think that for us to be the team we have to be, we've still got to continue to do a better job in gaps and raking. I told our team after the game, we've got to do what they do. But I thought we did a really nice job. We took Jacobs, who's a proven 20-point-a-game scorer, done it in every setting this year, and he had a long night. I mean, and he got 16 clips up, but they were all challenged. They were all very hard. So from that perspective, I'm pretty pleased.
Brad, as you sit here now, at a chance to kind of look back at the preseason, look forward as the restart of conference, where are you at with something that you're in good shape with, but also something maybe where are you at with something that you're still trying to get better at?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie. This fall was tough. Just from the coaching standpoint of me being really impatient, because you want to see what we can be, and we just weren't able to do that. And it was, again, a little bit of a tough few days. I mean, Z's got a broken nose. He has a day that a freak bounce, and it just just at the start of practice yesterday, blasts him in the nose and blood everywhere, and so he can't practice. The day before, we can't keep Andre to stop stepping on people's feet, and he re-aggravates his ankle and rolls it 2 days ago. So we were without each one of those guys the last 2 days. And it's just starting to see the chemistry, starting to see the growth and the development that I had hoped we had earlier, but I guess now we're just finding that. So I think we have a new standard in my eyes, and it's to keep doing that and to keep growing that area. And like I said, I think that's, in my opinion, after the Mizzou game, I think we've got a ceiling that maybe I didn't expect us to be able to achieve, and now we're moving in the right direction.
Saw they threw a lot of different looks defensively, slowed down the tempo a little bit. How do you think the team kind of responded to some of those things?
Yeah, what was it, 63 or 64 possessions? They're really well coached. Okay, and we'll see that in league play. You'll see an Iowa team that'll want to play in the 50s possessions. So it's our efficiency. It's what we've got to be able to handle. I thought we uncharacteristically turned it over a little too much early, but I thought we remedied that a little bit late. And again, they zoned us, which we historically have been pretty solid against zones, and then got them out of that. So that's fine. That's the reason you play non-league games, is to get to experience a lot of different styles and tempos, and you go from an Alabama to Southern, and you see drastic differences. So pleased the way we handled it.
And you guys have 1.45 points per possession again, 90 points. Number 2 nationally in offensive efficiency. Just what's allowed your offense to be as consistent as it has during the first 2 months? Yeah,
Chemistry and really good players that understand how to play. And, we're not a huge set team. We're going to run sets maybe out of a timeout or, in a unique dead ball situation, but it's playing in flow, it's playing in rhythm, it's reading screens. To do that, you've got to have guys who have the mental IQ and capacity to do that. Again, my frustration early was we over dribbled, and we had both bigs rolling, and that's not what we do. And so it's just as, being able to take what the defense gives you, being able to take in what we call advantage basketball and creating those advantages, and then making the right plays out of them and making the right shots. And it's a tribute to our players and how intelligent they are, and to Tyler for putting that all together.
Brad, we haven't even mentioned Keaton Wagler throwing up a double-double, 11 points, 10 assists, 7 rebounds. But this was a really physical game for him, too. I mean, they were really on him. How's his progression been handling that physicality?
Yeah, he doesn't care. Keaton's tougher than tough. I mean, Keaton, that stuff doesn't even faze him, and he's stronger than you think. And Adam Fletcher's got him. I think he was a 190 now, in terms of his weight, so he's handling that fine. But he just takes what the game gives him. He didn't force anything. He had a 3 or 2 that he probably wishes he had gone down, but it was 8 rebounds against Mizzou. It's the 10 assists. It's just taking whatever gives him, and he elevates his teammates, and it's a tribute to him. But it was very, very physical, and he just next play mentality.
Brandon Lee had some extended minutes here tonight, got to the free throw line a lot. Just what have you just seen from him just as he's got to ramp it back up from that injury?
Yeah, he's gaining some confidence, and we're seeing that every day in practice. He's an elite downhill driver. When he drives the ball to the rim, it's with the idea to finish and get fouled. And he does that at a very high clip. He's done that throughout his career. But it's also the other end of the court. The physicality he plays with defensively, the nastiness he plays with defensively. is pretty impressive. And so yeah, he's gaining confidence. I'm gaining confidence, and he's just doing a nice job at both ends.
Brad, on several occasions tonight, out of their timeouts, you showed zone defense. Is that something you're getting more and more comfortable with, that
Yeah.
trying to change of pace?
Yeah, it's about winning a possession, and it, especially, not to give too much away, but if they call a timeout, they're probably calling it out to set something up or change momentum. And I thought their coach did a tremendous job tonight. I mean, he called his timeouts. He tried to keep the crowd out of it. He tried to keep momentum down, and so that was stuff that. As games become closer and you need to win a possession or two or three, whatever it is, we got a shot clock violation out of one. We forced a really deep three on one that, I'm not saying it's something we'll play extended periods of time, but could be. Who knows?